We are back with another rigged recap. You're looking at 11.8, and today was entirely about Tesla. Absolutely ridiculous price action, absolutely ridiculous move, and absolutely ridiculous gains found everywhere. When we pull up the top 5 alerts, most of these happen like right in the morning. I mean, you can literally move your take profit to 500%. That's what it is, right? That is absolutely ridiculous. You could have turned 3,000 into 18,000 buying and holding, and you're actually taking profit on every single one of those. Some of them even go higher. Let's put it 600. I mean, that's crazy. 3,150 into 19,000. Here's how you can trade that using rigged AI. First, we're looking at volume, right? You open up and it is super high, 183%. We're actually introducing a new mode, possibly named Vegeta, possibly named something else, that it's just gonna push like, hey, if it's over 150, pushing 200%, let that thing run. It is gonna keep flying, and that's exactly what happened, okay? You end up going $27.84 above the blue line, which is like 12 strikes. Absolutely ridiculous. But following the system worked, because what happens? What happens? You rip up to the red right at the open, okay? That's telling us it's a bull trend. We are looking to follow the price action and enter anytime we get a chance in this yellow. So if we pull up the bulls right here, there are literally too many to even look at. Turn the returns off briefly. You get a dip down here, it bounces, and then this is the only chance you have, right? That it goes to the top of the yellow, $312.50, before just making an absolutely ridiculous move higher. Now, once you get up here, I mean, you are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikes into the red area. That is no man's land. It doesn't happen very often. And you could have, taken some puts here, and you're getting 300% in an hour. But we prefer this type of alert right here. And even though you don't return a ton, it is following the price action, and you are getting your 100% in 30 minutes. The interesting thing when you see this, so this is like stalling above the blue, but volume is 300%. I mean, look at that number. That is absolutely ridiculous. The only thing we can say is when it's this high, just get into trades, keep it going, leave a runner on, because a runner, I mean, if you took anything down here, that contract is starting at $3, $300, and it goes up to $2,300. So, you could have taken your $300 profit on 100% for one, and then the next is running to $2,300 or $1,600. Volume this high, 300 something percent. We're going to change the background. We're going to make it even crazier, super full send mode. It's the only time, just give in, let it run. And it's a perfect example of it working on Tesla 11.8. Come back to the website, click the link below, and check it out. This is ridiculous. And it's like, all of these alerts are perfect. Max loss, never more than 20%. I mean, it's 500, 600. Insane. When we're looking at the rest of the session, obviously volume equals tradability, and coin is behaving incredibly well. Okay, let's go back to turn everything on. This is in full send mode, and look at what happens. You get that rip all the way up into the red zone. You get a pullback, and this actually ends up tagging one strike below, right? 262.50. That is one strike out of the yellow. But there was an alert there. You could have taken it here and tried again before we end up closing right there at the red. I mean, this at the end kills it, right? 114% buying and holding. But the lesson here is like we want to follow the price action. Obviously, it's an up move. We're not really looking into bears. You get the first alert right below 265. You know, the drawdown on this thing was probably significant. Yeah, 38.87% because you go below the strike. But there's nothing wrong with like taking it, losing 20%, and then getting back into it anywhere in here because, you know, it eventually goes for 262. If you're buying it down here, you're getting 400%. NVIDIA, we traded it a little bit, but this was just algos in full control. You eventually expect this thing to move below 147. And right here is obviously the best trade because, hey, we go below 147, comes back up, comes to 148, and you get a bear swing. And that's, 118%. But it's pretty good from here to here. The rest of the session, kind of just junk, unless you took this bull bomb at the end, which is getting you 200% buying and holding, or 311. It's like one of those things where, hey, if they don't take it down right here, and look, this has a 75% win rate with edge. Normally they do. They didn't this time. We're in a raging bull market. Suppose that's what happens. Looking at the 0 DTE, what happened here? IWM, you're getting up to 2 strikes, then a little bit of a pullback, closing at 2. Some really, really, really good trades. Wow, that's 315% max gain. No way. Oh yeah, it is. Wow. Right, you would say, hey, we bounced right off the previous close. This is a little bit late. Let's use KTR. And if you use KTR, you crushed it. We go up to 2, pulls back a little bit, closes +2. Seen SPY. What happened here? Well, we can turn on everything. You're above the blue line, bullish, buy the pullback. Awesome trade right here. Telling you that's a 42.25% win rate. You're getting 250% up to here. They take us up to 3 strikes and pull us back to +2. They killed so many people in here thinking it would keep going. It happens, especially on Friday. QQQ, lower volume, 83.99%. And look at this. You're not even going up 2 before pulling back and closing up 1. That's nightmare mode. That's what's to be expected when volume's low. You look at SPY, which is 98%, you get +3. IWM at 100, you get +2, which is essentially +3 for the simple because it's a much lower priced ETF. That was the session on Friday. Tesla, this is the one you want. You're getting the full send notification right here. And anytime you bought the pullback, even when it bounces here, you made money. And that's what this is about. Crazy session. You get up this high, no one knows what's going to happen, but you have to be a little bit afraid. It pulls back, but it still closes up. What is this? $21.73. So like 9 strikes. That's amazing. Come check out the session here at Rigged.